Today is August 9th somehow. I don't know where the summer went, but here we are, and I wanted to just do a quick overview of where the garden stands at the moment. Starting over here with the sunflowers against the blue shed, we have a whole host of goldfinches visiting now that have discovered and really enjoy these sunflowers. So it's a trade-off I wasn't really expecting. They're ripping them apart on a regular basis. This one's new and they haven't noticed it yet or discovered it, or maybe they don't like the coppery gold, prefer the yellows, but I have a couple more in the back, taller ones to come. Here's our little mini-meadow. Really, really huge goldenrod and Joe Pye weed. Zinnia, verbena, bonariensis, tons of cosmo still coming up. There's also more sunflowers in there, and tithonia that have yet to make their appearance. And I believe a lot of what I'm looking at, that green area in the back, is fireweed. I hope. I planted it a couple years ago and haven't seen it, but according to one of the nature apps, that's what they're saying it is. So ideally that should be turning pink quite soon, which would be amazing. In the front I did end up putting in some more zinnia and the Elves blend sunflower, which are just tiny right now, but we have a few more months of the season, hopefully. Some millet down there and over there that I hope will put on some more height and girth. And I try to tidy up the path a little bit. Eggplant and basil are continuing to produce like really well. Tomatoes are struggling a lot. I had to take out a couple plants. I put in some replacement plants. There's one there. See this? How sad. There's that one just barely hanging on. There's another replacement, really tiny, over there. I also put in seeds of a early girl variety. 50 some days, 55 days I think, but I think I might have had my last big harvest already, which is quite sad considering last year my last harvest was October 31st on Halloween. Look. Are these not the prettiest? I love them so much. Those are, I forget the variety. It's a Black Eye Susan vine variety, and they show up in a variety of peach and cream and look. These are new as of this morning. These sun-kissed, really pretty rosy peach color. So sunflowers are doing great. I'm gonna have to add those to the zinnia and cosmos category of Old Faithfuls. So they grow seemingly despite all odds and bring a lot of beauty and cheer to the garden, and with very minimal maintenance, which is super in my book, because Lord knows there's a lot of other maintenance to deal with on a daily basis when it comes to this garden. Maybe next year I'll be better at it. There's so many buds on these. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can see all these little buds. This is that Peruviana zinnia variety. So in the corners, I'm really loving the way these sort of form a entrance. These two sunflowers here and here. Let's see, there and there. There's a couple volunteer okra down there. There's just tons of, I just keep putting seeds in. Even if I just have the blooms for like a week at the end of the season, or if I only have like 1 or 2 pieces of homegrown organic produce from a plant, it's still nice to have. And I have the space right now, and we have the time, I think. So, and I'm just curious to see what all can be grown when. So normally we're looking at October 15th, October 30th as last harvest, or first frost. But I think they're saying it should be extended this year because of the change of climate, which is, you know, not great for a lot of reasons, but trying to make the most of it. These are the Macarenia zinnia, and I love them. They start out pretty small, but they definitely put some thickness on, and they're filling out. This is a really, I don't know, this just caught me by surprise, this combination of flowers. I haven't grown either of these zinnias before, the Macarenia and the whirligig, and they're a little more like pop than I go for, like bubble gum than I go for. But especially together, it's like a real mood. It's just like a teenager, like 1990s Lisa Frank, I don't know, like party at McDonald's or something, but I love it. They're so cheery. And then the Black Eye Susans, of course, which again, they're only like 1/10 of what they were last year, but they make up for it in quality for sure. And I love the centers, just remind me of a Hershey Kiss, which is kind of cute. What am I talking about? Kind of cute. It's super cute. Let's be real. That's adorable. So this is just a really nice surprise. And I will definitely be planting both of these again. Maybe a lot more of them. You know, Lord willing. If I have the space. Unless I'm, I don't know, living in the Mediterranean or something and I spend all day swimming. No, I think even then I'd make some time to put some zinnias in the ground. Anyway, pumpkins, I picked the last, well, there's 2 of the Pipita pumpkin. There's a new flower showed up, but I found, I don't know if you can see down here, there's some issues. There's a vine borer in there. So they just keep turning up every time I think I've got them all. And the okra put out a couple little fruit so far that I was able to harvest. The tomatillos, these are that purple, and in the side here there's the green or yellow, greenish yellow peppers, which I've just been struggling this entire time. But I keep leaving them, hoping for miraculous recovery, which is like a story of my life. Anyway, these are the volunteer hill country red okra. I did put some new seeds in recently, a couple weeks. I honestly can't even remember what I put in here. There's something in the squash family. And I thought I put more pumpkin seeds in here, but I don't see anything coming up just yet. But I do have some sugar pie starts growing on the deck there. I pulled the first of the Dickinson, the pumpkin pie pumpkin. It's actually a squash, I think, but they call it pumpkin. They wouldn't want to disturb an entire culture by letting them know their pumpkin pie is a squash pie, I guess. But anyway, this is the second one. These have been wilting in the afternoon, which lets me think that there's still some issues with some vine borers in there that I must have missed. Gosh, look how pretty. It's so pretty. And in this moment, you don't think about anything else. At least I don't. And it's such a nice escape. Anyway, what else? Oh, yeah, vine borers in there. I pulled 2 little ones today. I don't know if in there. I'll show you that real quick where they've been digging it. I mean, the plant looks fine, so I'm not, but all in here, it's just such a mess. These are some of the newer transplants, the zucchinis, a couple different variety again. And we'll see how they do. They're super quick, so hopefully I've managed to but I've surpassed the vine borer season, so we won't have any issues with them attacking these newer plants. This one's getting so nice and full. It's about 4 feet tall, comes up to my shoulder or so. What else in here? Yeah, this is also kind of interesting. This is the amaranth, and I have a Chinese multicolor amaranth, and I only just realized that it was being eaten by the cucumber beetles. I thought it was getting eaten by the cabbage moths, so I've been working on trying to round all those up, which is like a full-time job. So doing my best. Put some more squash in yesterday. Over there and over there, tucked in there. That's a volunteer in the back. I have no idea what that is. Actually, I think it might be a kabocha? It's like a red squash. I'm not sure the pronunciation, but cosmos, more zinnia. I see some yellow on the mammoth sunflowers, putting on a nice amount of height. I'm surprised though, because these are over here in the back. These are the florist mix blend, something like that. And they are just massive compared to the mammoth. But that's okay. Each one at its own time. I think the mammoth should get there. These are probably about, the tallest ones are probably at like 12 feet. Maybe 11. No. I don't know, maybe 12 feet. No, maybe 10. Maybe 11. I don't know. They're getting pretty tall though, which is exciting. What else do we have? These, the honey nut squash, there's a lot of like powdery mildew and some other sort of leaf spot issues. I've been trying to prune the leaves, but they keep producing flowers. So excited about that. The melons are hanging in. I did just learn that these can get up to like 35 to 50 pounds. So the trellis was probably not the best idea for these. Oh, there's my little moon. This one has the moon. The other two, let's see, am I on it? I can't see. There it is, yeah. The other two, I haven't found the moon on these, but that little one has it. So, lots of honey nut back there. peer down here and see some of the second round of cucumbers coming up. I think they have the mosaic virus already though, so. And if I come down here, there's a yellow straight neck squash hanging out. Don't know where it is. There it is. And this is the acorn squash that I tried to save. Look. Where is it? It's so hard to see with the glare and the shade, but those are the little itty bitty acorn squashes. How cute. Sunflowers, sunflowers. So ideally they'll all rise above the trellis, and it'll be a great site. So that's about it for now. I think I could go on. I'm sure a lot of you know that if you're watching this, but I'm trying to keep it kind of condensed today. Here's some tithonia coming up. If you haven't grown this and you like soft stuff, these have like the most velvety leaves of any plant I've ever touched. Check out this giant, can we see that? Giant string bean. I'm really garbage at harvesting these, so you're supposed to get them when they're kind of smaller, on the smaller side, but I decided it's hot, so I'm just gonna leave them and let them put on some weight and harvest them closer to the end of the season and use them as like a dried kidney bean type situation. There's the party in the back. This is getting way like out of control, and there's still so much to come up. I have some corn back there, and I have more sunflowers, more zinnia. It's pretty intense. Check out the size of this. It's like a Big Mac, isn't it? I think. I don't think I've ever had one, but that's what it reminds me of. That's what I think of when I think Big Mac. Just like jumbo. Borderline obnoxious. This is almost borderline obnoxious, but thankfully it's really beautiful. It's just a lot of color. So the melons are struggling so bad. There's a good amount of, where is it? There it is, yeah. There's a good amount in here, and this happened the other day, which is so disappointing. Look how cute these are. Tiny little, I think these are the Kiku melon. Here are the Persian zinnia variety. And then I think these are the Lilliput. These are so cute. And this color, it's like toasted apricot or something. Okay. So I think that's it for real this time. August 9th. I'm hot and exhausted and could use a vacation like a lot of these tomato plants, but shout out to the farmers that do this every single day, and they don't get a chance to take a break, and they have to be out there no matter how many mosquitoes and how many pests and how bad the air condition is and the air quality and how humid it is. Let's give them raises, shall we? They're the ones that keep this world going round. One last peek at these. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Is there anything prettier? I love them. It's like your cottagecore dream come true with these. First time growing them. There were a couple of blooms over here yesterday, so it looks like they're short-lived, just a day or so each flower, but worth it. Oh, last but not least, massive appreciation for these marigolds that are just like so vibrant, and they're just stellar. I love them so much. And they smell incredible. I wish there was a way I could describe the marigold smell for anyone who hasn't experienced it before. It's not like anything else. And I know a lot of people aren't big fans, but I adore it. A couple more little ones over here. This is all arugula. Well, not all arugula. This is arugula. There's some Swiss chard. I have another planting of that to put out once the weather cools down a little bit. This week it's going to be in the 90s, mid 90s, which is gross, but anyway. Okay, for real this time, I'm calling it a wrap. Just kidding. There's just so much to see. Oh, look how gorgeous this little one is. All right. Happy, healthy gardening. Hope you can enjoy. Oh, wait. Look at these. These are the cardinal basil. This is the cardinal colors coming through. That should be a red flower on there if I let it grow, which I probably will, because frankly, I don't need that much basil. And I honestly only put that much in to try to protect the eggplant from the barrage of flea beetles it was getting attacked by. I think this is the shiku eggplant. Anyway. All right. Ciao.